Hello YouTube, once again, it's Joseph, and I want to begin by saying you are a great person. Wherever you are, wherever you go, just know that you are great. Today I want to look at the prophet Elijah, and the message for today is you can do great things. Now if we read James chapter 5 verse 17, it says, Elias or Elijah was a man subject to like passions as we are, and he prayed earnestly that it might not rain, and it rained not on the earth by the space of 3 years and 6 months. The reason why James chapter 5 verse 17 is so interesting is because we see these wonderful people in the Bible, great prophets, great men of God, doing mighty things. But the Bible is telling us that Elijah was a man subject to like passions as we are. So he was just like the rest of us. And we see even in the Old Testament, like the likes of David. David was a wonderful prophet, wonderful man of God. He's called a man after God's own heart. And yet we see David falling into sin, showing that he was a man just as we are. If we read Hebrews chapter 4, let's just go there quickly. Hebrews, the book before James, Hebrews chapter 4. Hebrews chapter 4. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 15, the Bible says, For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. So the Bible is also trying to tell us that Jesus Christ was like us in every way, and he was tempted in every point, yet he never sinned. So even Jesus Christ himself, God in the human flesh, was also subject to like passions as we are. The only difference is that he never sinned. So what I'm trying to say is that those great men we read about, Abraham, Elijah, David and so on, they were like us. So that means if they can do great things, then we also can do great things. But of course the Bible tells us in Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The only way we can do great things is through Christ. But the point that I'm trying to bring across is that if Elijah could pray and cause the rain to stop, then we also can do great things in the sight of God. If David could fight the Philistines and all the great things that he achieved, then we too can conquer in our own lives and can achieve great things. And if Jesus Christ himself was tempted as we are, but yet he never sinned, it also shows that we have the ability to do great things. Before Christ left this earth, he said, greater things will you do than he did. So Christ has given us the power to do great things, but we must do it through him. So in closing, let me read James chapter 5 verse 17 again. It says, James chapter 5 verse 17, Elias or Elijah was a man subject to like passions as we are, and he prayed earnestly that it might not rain, and it rained not on the earth by the space of 3 years and 6 months. So Elijah was just like you or me, and if he can do great things, then we can also do great things through Christ who strengthens us. May you be encouraged and go out there and do great things for the kingdom of God. But remember, we must do great things through Christ who strengthens us. That's all for today.